Traditional Chinese medicine, a splendid healing art, came into being as the first cry of pain resonated through the primitive jungle. It has made a great contribution to the prosperous growth of the Chinese nation in the past thousands of years. It is the gem of the Chinese people and a resplendent pearl of world medicine. A Chinese person in ancient times used his eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and his own body to get an understanding of the human body and the natural world. They found the natural objects, the sun and the moon, and attributed the former to yang, and attributed the latter to yin. People were divided into male and female. As plants which went through stages of budding, growth, transformation, harvest, and storage, humans experienced the periods of birth, growth, childhood, adulthood, sickness, and death. Food had different flavors, such as sour, bitter, sweet, pungent, and salty, and each human body had a heart, liver, spleen, lungs, and kidneys. Each human was a part of nature and could never be separated from nature. Though many believe that humans were created by God, ancient Chinese philosophy held human beings and other forms of life on earth were the product of qi, the energy of the heaven and earth. Offspring came from the life essence of man and woman. People often say that we're living in a multipolar world. In fact, we're usually influenced by two polarities, such as heaven and earth, up and down, the sun and the moon, day and night, androgen and estrogen, sympathy and apathy, magnetic force and diamagnetic force, substances and counter-substances. This was the preliminary yin-yang theory. Yang originates from the sun and represents warmth, brightness, excitement, high speed, sturdiness, while yin originates from the moon and represents coldness, darkness, quiescence, inertness, and weakness, based on which the condition of the body is categorized into the following patterns: deficiency, excess, cold, and heat, in terms of traditional Chinese medicine. Wood, representing the liver, fire, representing the heart, earth, the spleen, metal, the lung, and water, the kidney. These are the 5 elements or phases used to describe the versatile functions. They comprise mutual control and a mutual promotion, related to one another, working together to maintain a dynamic balance of the body. From a local disorder, the problem of the whole system can be inferred, and any morbid change can be traced to the organ from which it originates. This is the unique thinking of traditional Chinese medicine, which sets it apart from other medical systems. In terms of the theory of the 5 phases, affected organs manifest symptoms that can be observed externally by feeling the pulse, while conditions relating to internal organs can be inferred by examining the tongue. It is held by traditional Chinese medicine that a preponderance of healthy qi or antipathogenic factors in the interior of the body protects the individual from the invasion by pathogenic factors. When yin is even and yang is firm, a relative equilibrium is maintained and health is guaranteed. That is to say, only when the internal organs, qi and blood, and yin and yang are in harmony, and a man and the universe are in harmony, positive health is ensured. When dynamic equilibrium is interrupted, leading to insufficient healthy qi, one falls ill. Emotional problems include stress, worry, grief, sorrow, terror, and fright, improper diet, and irregular lifestyle, all of which may result in weakened healthy qi. The ancient Chinese categorized the principal exogenous pathogenic factors according to climatic characteristics: wind, cold, summer heat, dampness, dryness, and fire. Under normal conditions, these climatic characteristics are known as the six qi. If the six qi become abnormal or excessive, as in cases of abrupt and extreme changes in environmental conditions, or if the body's resistance is too weak to adapt to these variations, disease occurs. At present, the medical mode is evolving from treatment first to prevention first. However, as early as 2,000 years ago, the Chinese already raised the concept of prevention first before disease occurs, and prevention of deterioration after disease occurs. The Chinese people advocate physical exercises like Tai Chi Chuan, Tai Chi sword, the 8 pieces of brocade, 8 diagram hand, 5 mimic florix, Dao Yin, and Qi Gong to elevate Yan, promote smooth circulation of qi and blood, to maintain fitness, to help prevent diseases, and to ensure quick recovery. The Chinese like to put edible medicinal herbs in tea, food, and wine for healthcare and disease prevention. After meals, the practice of massaging the abdomen or taking a walk is helpful to the digestion. Traditional Chinese medicine holds that the dark days of summer and the coldest days of winter represent the switch from yin to yang and vice versa. People rush to hospitals to apply a medicated plaster to the acupuncture point to prevent bronchitis, allergic disorders, or abstinent dermatological problems. Traditional Chinese medicine is everywhere. There are a variety of traditional Chinese therapies, such as medicinal herbs, acupuncture, point plaster application, point injection, cupping, tuina, and bone setting, which are all guided by Neijing, the Chinese medical Bible. The ancient Chinese people happened to find that contact with one part of the body could relieve pain from other parts. So they used sharp stones or bones to stimulate certain parts of the body to cure disorders. This was a primitive form of acupuncture therapy. The bian stone was the earliest acupuncture needle. Afterwards, there emerged wooden needles, clay needles, bone needles, and metal needles. Heat therapy came into being with the discovery of fire. Scorched leaves or bian stones were applied to lesions to relieve pain. This is the nascent form of moxibustion. The human body is an organic whole, taking the 5 down organs as the core. The channels are connected with the zangfu organs internally, and externally with the limbs and their joints, forming a system of channels. Thus, external pathological changes may affect the related internal organs, and the disorders of the internal organs may have external manifestations. Acupuncture needles or moxibustion applied to the points located on the surface of the body can facilitate the treatment of corresponding organs that suffer from disease. Modern research has proven that acupuncture can relieve pain, promote immune function, regulate nerves among internal organs, counteract inflammation and traumatic reactions, lower fever, and accelerate tissue repair. It is well known that acupuncture can kill pain, treat muscular strains, sprains, sciatica, lower back pain, arthralgia, headache, migraine, dysmenorrhea, and gastric colic, When acupuncture is combined in surgery, dosage of anesthetics can be reduced. More than 30 diseases respond well to acupuncture, including insomnia, acute sinusitis, and rhinitis, constipation, diarrhea, and antral paralysis. Even angina pectoris can be relieved by acupuncture. In addition, it can help with weight loss, cosmetic treatments, smoking cessation, and rehabilitation from drug abuse. Acupuncture brings about aching, numbness, distending, and painful sensations. If a patient feels too much discomfort, he could select Traditonal and cupping as alternatives. Traditonal, as early as in the Qing dynasty, serves as the chief method in healthcare and treatment. At present, it is used to treat injury to the soft tissue, and in addition to application in other branches of medicine, such as pediatrics and gynecology. There are about 15 manipulations in Traditonal therapy: rolling, kneading, rubbing, pushing, stroking, pressing, spa pressing, nipping, grasping, typing, beating, plucking, shaking, vibrating, and rotating maneuvers. Traditonal therapy works to relax muscles, alleviate fatigue, and promote blood circulation. The effect of the Traditonal therapy extends along channels throughout the body. For example, Traditonal or massage applied to the points on foot is an effective way to treat hypertension, headache, insomnia, and cervical disorders. Traditonal is also used to treat stiff neck, periarthritis of the shoulder, acute sprains, injury to the muscles and ligaments, gastric colic, diarrhea, constipation, and dysmenorrhea. A medicated bath taken before Traditonal therapy may improve the effect. Acupuncture and cupping share the similar mechanism of treatment. Cupping is used to relieve muscle tension, relax the body, and treat diseases of corresponding organs and tissue. Before 221 BC, the ancient Chinese learned how to treat diseases with dietary therapy and medicinal herbs. After the discovery of fire, people began to know how to make herbal decoction, which has been done consistently ever since. With maturation of experience, different forms of medicinal herbs, pills, powders, extracts, elixirs, and other forms were developed to meet demand. With progress of science and technology, we have an even wider range of choices. Traditional Chinese medicine, an age-old medical system full of vigor, has aroused interest all over the world when it brings health to people in its unique style.
Among the 191 countries in the world, 141 countries have adopted various therapies of traditional Chinese medicine, and 53 countries have set related regulations, while another 42 countries are preparing their own sets of regulations.
China has signed cooperative agreements in the field of traditional Chinese medicine with more than 70 countries. Every year, thousands of foreign students come to China